Hello, so today I'm in St. Lleurwg.
St. Lleurwg.
Lleurwg, okay.
St. Lleurwg, you've got to say it over there, yeah.
I wouldn't pronounce it that way.
No.
In
Hirwaun.
Hirwaun,
Yes.
Hirwaun, with Roger, working on his organ, the organ he plays. Do you want to tell us a bit about the recent history of the organ, Roger?
Yeah, perhaps we could just mention the church first of all, the church of St. Lleurwg. There's no other church in the province has been dedicated to St. Lleurwg, and we don't really know for sure where the name has come from. We think it's from Lucius, which was a bishop in the 2nd century. But anyway, St. Lleurwg is here, and it was built in, the church itself was built in 1858, and it's also had modifications in the late 1800s, and where the organ chamber was added. But the organ itself was put in 1908 by the fellow P.G.Phipps of Oxford. And not many organs in this area seem to be from P.G.Phipps, but I think he was quite well recognised as being, good quality work. Well, here we are, and we're lucky to have 6 speaking stops on the grate and 6 on the swell. And I'm ignoring the pedal for a moment because that's something which we're going to come to. But there's some nice stops particularly on the grate. I quite like the Clarabella, which is quite a gentle stop. And perhaps, being it's this season of Lent, perhaps I'd better play a hymn for Lent. But generally speaking, most of the stops work on the grate. We've got a problem with the open diapason, which is quite loud, but it's lost some notes further down on the register. So there's quite a few missing ones down there, which makes a big difference to, when you're playing service here. Yeah. The other ones, the Georgiana's quite nice. Principle we've got, which I think is probably where it is more or less always in tune, but it's a bit shrill. Coupled with the grate, it's not too bad. And then we've got the 15th, so if I couple that with the open, which was Kingsley's recommendation, it's not too bad. Turning to the swell, in 1940, I wrote it about in 1908, in 1940, Phipps came back and put 2 new stops in. One was the violin orchestra, which is a string instrument, and also they added a tremorant, which I don't like and not many people do. But anyway, the violin orchestra is quite nice, but it does suffer sometimes when we pull it out. Oh, we're all right today.
Someone has
You've done something, I think, have you?
We adjusted one.
Oh, you adjusted, lovely. It's quite a nice on its own. I've got these, of course we've got the swell pedal where you've got to release that, but it's very quiet. It's quite nice for doing communion. And then you've got the whole flute. It's an 8-foot. Some nice stops on there, and the organ hasn't been tuned for, I would say, for at least 12 years. We just haven't had the funds to do any work on it at all. During COVID, the church was shut up for quite a long period, and dampness, there were a lot of damp problems here, and when we first switched the organ on after COVID, it just played by itself. There was no, you couldn't do anything with it. So gradually I just opened the organ up and let air circulate, and over the years then I keep on playing it. It's you know, I play it every week and it's okay, but the big problem we've got here is that for at least 20 years, because I played it on occasions over in the past, and there's never been a working pedal board on it. The only way I can get pedals to sound at the moment is to use the couplers, the swell to pedal, the great to pedal. They do then give you some pedal notes, but you know, the one I want working really is the board on, or the board on 16 foot. It'd be lovely to have that, but I've been told by lots of people, oh, it's a huge job, you're going to have to take all the pipe work out and do all sorts of things. But when Kingsley came several weeks ago, he said, well, I don't know whether it's going to be that complicated. We may be able to get some of the notes working without doing all that thing. So over to you, Kingsley, really. I think it's what we're going to try and do.
So that's what we're going to have to go at today. So the notes on the open dissect basin that Roger was mentioning aren't working are the ones that are in the facade, and so they are tubular pneumatically activated off the great soundboard, and the problem with those is the leather is exposed, and over the years it's decayed, and the motors that operate that mechanism have fallen to bits. So we're going to have a go at repairing some of those, and it's the same kind of mechanism on the pedals as well, so we'll repair those and see how many we can get going, but there may be some other bits and pieces we have to do to the pedals to get them all working, but this should be a good start, having a go at re-leathering these motors.
That's pretty good going, yeah? Well, there's quite a few of those we've done, so I'm going to leave out this white one. Is that an open as well? So I'll do this one as well. Just splitting them. Yeah. Very fragile because the leather's it's gone. So would have become a lot more would have become unplayable if we hadn't done this. That one's come off, so that was okay.
So what are we up to now, Roger?
Well, we're carrying on with dismantling and getting these primary pneumatic motors in a position where we can put new leathers on. So there's quite a bit of a preparation required on those to get the old paper off and the old leather off. But once you get into a hang of it, it becomes more easy. Well, not easy, but it's you know exactly what you're going to do. The first one I did, probably made quite a bit of a mess of. But I'm more confident now, and I was just amazed actually at the bad state that they were in. Even the ones they were working. I mean, these have just come off, and you can see the leathers are just disintegrated. And so it wouldn't have been very long before these completely failed. So hopefully now, with the new leathers on, there'll be quite a difference in the sound on the open diapason. These are from the open diapason on the grate. Want to try that?